to continue where we left off. So we don't know much about the murder scene, except for all the guy heard was that the woman was stabbed, and suddenly they ended up accusing the suspect as the killer. So we're going to continue where we left off. This is a job, you know. But Mr. Nahado, to come see with my own eyes, they're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd never come this close to real Bobby's helmet. To the helmet? Of course. I have to try one on someday. I hope your Hattie dream comes true. Well, it's a Japanese delegation here. Oh, Inspector Gregson! This isn't a tourist trail. I'm fairly sure you're aware. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate. So, you've been to the holding cells then? What do you make of the criminal? He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. Yeah, see about that. Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. Doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow. Whatever happens, the verdict's will revert to conclusion. Cold air rejection. Take heart, London at this time of year is full of the stone cold air. Makes it worse somehow. Well, the incident has occurred. Yes, it's very wide open space, isn't it? Sure, I can't see. That's true. It's true. It's true. I can't see where attacker would have been hiding. Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Oh, well, I just investigating that scene, officer. Conspiro the mustache fella in Japan, are ya? Conspiracy? Come to destroy the evidence, are ya? Get out of here before I give you it in and go on. Give you it and go on. He shoved us away like rats. Yes, we should give him a wide earth, I see. What disappointing experience. May have to get permission from this guy before we can investigate the crime scene. So tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. I've read about it in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I've been fascinated by the police. The Yard is the most It's the most sophisticated police and organization you'll find anywhere in the world, Mom. Just want to let you guys know that this live stream is going to be a little short, but be a little short until my Wolf Queen gets on. I'm going to join her live stream. Oh, and I've always dreamt about wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing the policeman there with the helmet on. You get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes, doesn't it look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes around the roses, all the laborers on his beat, so they can get to work. He wakes people up. Yep, wraps up the windows with a long poem. Did it myself, going back a bit. I had no idea. The Bobby works for the people of the day. Just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day, all long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? Man, that's definitely taking things a two-step far. When it gets dark, of course, he has to important job of lighting up all the gas street lamps. Oh my. Suppose between all... what is it? What is it, baby girl? You're scared of the thunder, aren't you? I got you, baby girl. As well. After the criminals are... I'm not sure what you called exactly. Yes. Oh, guys. I'm not sure if you call it between exactly, more or less, but yes. As well, we do have men killing over from time to time, admit. He said, but it's with a heavy heart that I shall relinquish the dream to you, Mr. Nahado. Your heart will be my heavy head if you do. Anyways, okay, so all the street lamps. It happened around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on the open bit of the pavement. The victim was a young man who was stabbed with a blade from behind. So, it is right that the lady was still unconscious. You mentioned the lady was still unconscious now, and you mentioned that she's being treated in the hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, then we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means we haven't been able to make a statement from her, of course. Doesn't matter the area it happened on me. Take it with you if you want. You sure? You give the lawyers defending the suspects a bit of information going on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. So, what did he say again? Okay. So, 2 days ago, the victim was a young woman who was stabbed with a blade from behind. So I was right about that. So is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in the hospital. I never said it was a young lady. He did say that earlier. Lady was taken to the hospital. Anyway, as far as we know, there were no one else at the scene other than the victim and your fellow countryman. So, who did it? Do you think? So who did it? Do you think not much of a head scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. Hey, Whittle, I'm just doing a short live stream until Nightwolf gets on. I'm sorry I have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, Mom, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 verifiable witnesses, no less. Witnesses? It was typical foggy London that day, and your client obviously didn't see them. The witnesses now. Was one of them happen to be Sherlock Holmes, would it? Oh man, that's not good, Whittle. Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable, respected citizens of old London. He's a copper from Scotland. Huh? A policeman? That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked? Nothing particular about that, Mom. Part of the parcel of being a bubby, catching them into the act and all. Catching the act and all? Do you think that might be possible? For us to ask that policeman a few questions? Be my guest. You can ask him whatever you like in court tomorrow. Huh? Be summoned as a witness, so they'll give you something to look forward to. So that's thin yet. He's got no mention of letting us meet this man beforehand, that seems. Policeman witnessed the incident? As your judicial assistant, I must warn you, this could make your job very difficult indeed. A non-judicial assistant. I could have warned me about that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to the suspect, I hear was Mr. Sherlock Holmes? Huh? What are you bringing him out for? Was it something I said? The color drained from his cheeks. That titchy Japanese bloke goes to trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not? Well, make no difference to me. But I will just say this: no London lawyer worth his salt would touch that cage with a badge of parole. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of Bailey, you mean? There is no way the men out. Just do it, damn trying. It was all a bit strange, though. Really? Sorry. The Reaper, he hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, we did hear something about. The only people that he usually buzzes with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones. Master criminals? The violent ones? That's right. Handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go for the gallows of their own sins. But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely. That's just my point, Sunshine. The young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't say the intent was there. This isn't sort of the case I've been expecting the Reaper Sigazing to, if you want a better phrase. Not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, but there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? You think I can tell what's going on inside of darkness? But you have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. Which, are we really gonna face the Reaper again, the Lord of Darkness, as he puts it? Who did you hear the name from? Oh, well, Mr. Natsumi was the one who mentioned it. He said Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was a result of Mr. Shelm's inspirational great deductions. Fiddle faddle! The man's an amateur. I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime. Wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish before you know it. He claims to have solved the case. He's quite astounding, isn't he? He's a great up to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble! Ever seen this before? Oh yes, that's the Rants magazine. Wonderful publication with the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Well, that's a wonderful publication, as you put it. Sees the fit to several of the Yard's detectives in his stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery out of all of us. If you ask about Scotland Yard, it's a misadventure to be concluded in any of Sherlock Holmes' tale at all. I suppose it's an element of that. Yes, we'll work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public. The public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's dangerous is a danger to us at Scotland Yard, as he is to all criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Well, I don't think we're going to be going to get any more out of the detective. Ow! Hold on a second, guys. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, hey, Wolfie. Hold on one second. Just grab my dinner real quick, guys. Just grabbing my dinner, wherever it is. Howdy. Thank you. Alright guys, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I think George Asher's just trying to find the apartment, but I'm here. Night Wolf was like how's it going? Oh, yeah. Hey, we did notice something fast. Can I make a suggestion? Yes, what is it? Well, to me, we must speak with him about this. And you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, exactly. Sure, I just can't. Oh. Well, I can assume he did blame Sholmes for all this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Like some, an involved party in the case doesn't. Are you sure you're just going to ignore that? Hope not. Sure, my selfish desire would like to meet Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, I have no idea what the man's address is even is. It's Baker Street. How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street. The most famous address in the world. Oh, that's true. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going there, I guess. But besides this, detectives. Damn it. We can't even go near the crime scene. Oh, what's that snowman doing there? It's a scarf look. It's freezing cold all the time. I'm afraid our budget's somewhat frozen at the moment. A live stream. I'll join you guys in Rec Room soon. I won't be on this live stream for too long. It would be much worn to my neck, would I? Covered in snow. Something doesn't seem right about that snowman. Something's not right about that snowman. Wouldn't it? No, I wasn't serious. We should probably look on the street. A pet bike! A British motorcycle, look! Although, the wheel, it's happening here. Someone must have been working at bicycles have come to particularly recently. Movement, the woman's dress went out. Alright. I think it's time toilets, please. We're cheap. None of the houses here. Let's find some cheap lodgings ourselves. I agree. How is she not cold? She could get herself sick by not wearing anything warm. I gotta agree with you, babe. We're going to Sherlock Holmes' address.
Thank you very much. Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
This place looks messy. Let's describe the stories, Mr. Tato. Sato-san? Many famous cases have been solved in here, in this very room. Suppose they have been, yes. Never heard stories as quite as exciting as... Look at it. Listen to me for a while longer. Please don't mind me. She's obsessed. Is anyone home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Hello, Frank. Is it here for Mr. Sholmes? Hello? Wait, aren't you? Oh, how rude of me. I'll go make once. I'm sure it's the same girl. What's wrong? See the girl was just here? Oh yes. It's truly extraordinary. I think of the king of Bohemia. Kebahua? Oh, whoa. He's good. food freshly been kicked as well. Oh, it's you! Cecido-san recognizes her too. Oh, there you are! I'm taking that with you as well. Looking forward to my trial run experimental smoke grenade launcher. It's good to hear you. I'm the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The girl who turned up at the end of McGilded's trial, the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. But yeah, but having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London. Oh yes, I was. It was challenging. Oh, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Thank you. Is he supposed to look that color? Oh my, what freaking of mellow flavor. Hooray, it's when I've tried blending in different leaves so there's and navigate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted for a long year on a voyage. You have another ticklish trial tomorrow? The Japanese man. I do wish you lots of luck. Did Mr. Shums tell you about us by any chance? Oh! You know Hurley, don't you? Hurley? Where's it? Hurley, Mr. Shums to you, Shirley? Oh, Mr. Holmes is a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. My friend Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he just returned from overseas. Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time yesterday, after the trial, and only briefly after that. How does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? Perhaps more to the point. Why is she here in Mr. Holmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. guys, I let my dog out again. I'm sorry if it took me a little while. Let's see, Iris Wilson. I live together here with Hurley. Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait. This can't be! Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the message, son? I should have flooded all of a sudden. Yes, that's right. What are your names? I'm Inosuke Nahata, a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. Hardest judo assistant, Satsuya Makotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely, Susie. And Runo, got it? Susie? Runo? Yeah, so let's do it. Alright guys, I will be asking her some questions later. I'm going to go ahead and cut this live stream short. I'm going to go ahead and get on my Wolf Queen a little bit and play with her for a little bit, guys. But I will be doing another episode tomorrow. When I get home from work. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.